I request Mr. Vishwas, student of 2020 batch, to kindly welcome our distinguished professor and advisor, Dr. Dilip Matai sir, with a bouquet of flowers.
Light dispels darkness. It symbolizes the positive brightness of joy and wisdom. Going with the tradition, let us start the event with lamp lighting. I invite our chief guest, Dr. Raghuram Pillarisetti sir, and esteemed dignitaries seated on dais to come forward for lighting the auspicious lamp. Dr. Krishnaveni Madam, Professor in the Department of Biochemistry, to render the prayer song and invoke divine blessings.
Ambaradharam Vishnu Sasivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavanam Dhyaye Sarvavignopasantaye Agaja Anana Padmarkam Gajanana Maharnisam Anekadantam Bhaktanam Ekadantam Upasmahe Ekadantam Upasmahe Ya Kundendu Tusharahara Dhavana Ya Shupravastranvita Ya Veenam Varadanda Manditakara Ya Sveta Padmasana Ya Brahmachyuta Shankara Prabhutibhi Devai Sada Pujita Samam Patu Saraswati Bhagavati Nissesha Jadhyapaha.
Thank you, Madam.
I would like to invite Ms. Aparna Reddy Madam, our Chief Operating Officer, to deliver the welcome address.
Good evening. Welcome to the white coat ceremony of the decennial batch of our college, the 2021 batch. It's been a long journey of 10 years for Apollo, but it gives us great pleasure in welcoming you all this evening to this August gathering. It gives me great pleasure to welcome the chief guest for today, Dr. Raghuram Pillai Sethi, Padma Shri awardee, Order of British Empire, founder director, KIMS Usha Lakshmi Center for Breast Diseases. He's a renowned oncosurgeon of the city, and he has brought many accolades, not only to the city, but the state of Telangana. We welcome you, sir. Your presence here is not only a great motivation, but I'm sure our students will go in future to emulate a renowned personality like you. We welcome you once again. It gives me great pleasure to welcome Dr. Dilip Mathai, advisor and professor of eminence, who's been spearheading our institute for the past 10 years and has directed us in reaching where we are today, amongst the best medical colleges of the state and the country. We welcome you, sir. It gives me great pleasure to welcome Dr. Vijay Mohan Reddy, sir, who spearheads and heads the hospital and the patient care services of the General Hospital. Dr. Satyanarayan Reddy, sir, the medical superintendent of the hospital. Dr. Surendra Reddy, sir, the principal, and Dr. Sridhar, professor and head surgery department. A warm welcome to you all. It gives me great pleasure in welcoming the faculty who have been a great pillar of support and I must say the pillars, one of the strongest pillars of this institution. We wouldn't have been where we are today without you all. A warm welcome to all of you. To the parents of our students, we immensely thank you for reposing the lives of your children in our hands. We assure you that we will not let your trust down and we will make them the best doctors possible and physicians you will be very proud of. A warm welcome to the parents. To our students, a very memorable day for you today. You don this white coat to commit yourself to a lifelong learning, and not that finishes in 5 years, but a lifelong learning, a commitment to become the best physicians and doctors. The whole world and the country is looking forward to seeing future doctors like you make strides in frontiers of medicine. We welcome you today. Make it a memorable event for yourselves, and may you all turn out to be doctors befitting the respect that is given to the white coat. A warm welcome to you all and best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you, madam.
A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. I would like to request our leader, distinguished professor and advisor, Dr. Dilip Mathai, sir, Professor of General Medicine and Adult Infectious Disease Specialist, to kindly address the gathering.
Thank you. Distinguished guests and our chief guest, Dr. Raghuram, parents, my dear faculty, and my students. Well, this is the decennial year and you're the decennial batch. We're indeed very proud to have you here with us. I would say, welcome to the caring profession. Caring profession means not only in the form of treating and caring for your patients, but also for teaching others. And I would say that what Aparna had stated, that we became one of the finest medical colleges, is because of the caring attitude of all the faculty and staff of this institution. I strongly believe that this would continue. Nevertheless, it's a late welcome for you, the 2021 batch joining in 2022. You were delayed partly because of the pandemic, maybe because of the late counseling, NEET UG exam, the counseling and the sliding and other things, and your classes started 5 to 7 months later than your anticipated time period or schedule of your career in life. Nevertheless, I don't think it is something that you should be worried about. You can still catch up because the entire profession, your entire career is up to 70 years, and I am 70 years. I still intend my motor gadi to chalega for another 10 15 years. So this is not a great loss of time. What I really wanted to congratulate each one of you, I don't know whether it is the parents or the students that I should congratulate for having secured very high NEET marks so as to get into this medical college. You are a brilliant group set of students. I want to use one of my key words here, momentum. Don't lose this momentum. You got in because of your excellence in study, sitting on your hunch on your backsides, and spending long hours with your mothers serving you Bonvita, Boost, or whatever it is. But you did study. Don't lose that momentum. And the medical college is something that you should get out in the shortest possible period. Secondly, it's even if you look at it, when you are a postgraduate student here, this morning I had the first of my alumna, 2012 batch, requesting me for a position as a faculty in her alma mater. And I said, sorry, I'm not going to take you in. So she was taken aback. I said, why? Finish your career. Don't lose your momentum. Are you going to stop short here, or you're going to get all the degrees that you want to get, and then you come to this institution and serve this institution for the rest of your life? I mean, several of us, give up. We want to have let's say, a burnout. I really don't know the definition of burnout, but I'm worried about burnout. Every time I go to bed without reading a journal for 1 hour, I think I'm burning out. But last 40 days, I was busy with the IPL cricket match. Okay. So you see now, throughout your life, you will have several things that come into your life. But don't be a zombie. You must be active. That's why I use the second part and say that there are 3 phases in your life. One is you are dependent on your parents. Tomorrow, or maybe today, you're getting your independence. And day after tomorrow, when you really come out as a doctor, you're going to be interdependent. Now, when I teach my medical students, love dub, first art sound and second art sound, I tell them dependency and interdependence should be your first and second heart sounds. That is going to be the future of medicine. And finally, when I want to really, the third part of it is create in you an aspiration, and create in you, find somebody, an inspiration. So for this evening's function, or let's say the important welcome into the college, we have none other than Dr. Raghuram, to inspire, whose life can really inspire you. I am not going to look into my notes, but I have referred to my notes. He was a graduate like you, or he was a student like you some 35 years ago at Siddhartha Medical College in Andhra Pradesh. Subsequently, he did his master's in surgery at Kasturba Medical College in 1985, and then he moved on overseas. That's a simple life. Medical student, then became a postgraduate student, and then moved on to the United Kingdom. And in the United Kingdom, he excelled well, having received the fellowship of the Royal College of Surgeries of four nations in the British Isles. I would say London, Edinburgh, Glasgow, and also from the British Isles. Yeah, I forget the fourth one. Edinburgh, London, Glasgow, and I think it was from the okay, that's right. And subsequently, he could have stayed put, or he could have come back. This is where I tell my medical students, particularly when your parents are sitting behind you or with you, what really makes, it was a study in the University of Hyderabad 2 weeks ago, published. What makes the parents smile? I would have thought several different things, but what really makes the parents smile is to see that their children do well. 70% of the respondent parents said my greatest satisfaction and joy would be to see my children do well, or my son do well, or daughter do. That's tremendous. I'm also a parent and now a grandfather, and I still look at it and say, yes, that would certainly bring, a great deal of satisfaction if my grandson does. But how am I linking this? He came back to India, and then a very simple subject, or a very simple area, where we in medicine and in surgery forget cancer. When I was a medical student and subsequently when I became a faculty, I used to teach, and I still teach sometimes, that 75% of all malignancies in my country can be picked up by the index finger. See a mouth, see a cervix, see a thyroid, see a breast, see a rectum, see a prostate. And still, when people come to us with fungating masses and end-stage disease, simply because nobody talks about early detection and prevention, particularly in the field of breast health. He has pioneered, I think, one of those words out there, innovation. He has innovated several things in order to bring public awareness about breast health, be it a mobile app that he has created, be it let's say in terms of virtual integrated reality and educating people about breast health, and looking at ways and means how he can bring about a socio-medical transformation of breast health care. And it was for that Dr. Raghuram sir received his Padma Shri. The Padma Shri is not something that comes by, but having contributed significantly to minimizing or mitigating the health problems of